Hey, howdy, hey. Hope you are all doing well. Right now I need to do a quick audio test, so I'm going to be listening back to make sure everything is good to go. Okay, and it is operational. Huzzah. I miss out on a good position now that I did that. Oh well. Well, tonight we are going to be doing a little bit more of this, and hopefully this time get a chance to actually interact with the AI, the cursed AI. We'll see. What are you guys shooting at? Okay, someone's flying around. That could be a problem. No game audio. Ah, well, I'll have to double check that when we come to the next moment when the enemy is not flying around. I give that a shot. Anyways, greetings Bastion and Scutless. How are the two of you doing? Oh golly, not good. Ah, phooey. Alright, well, time to check the game audio, which has been causing problems a couple of times. It is a bit of a routine problem. Okay, fix that, bring back that, and then we need to go over here to the Fortnite audio. Oh. Well, now that's a problem. Did you hear about the dentist, says Scutless, who got into a fight with a manicurist? They fought tooth and nail. Clever one there, Scutless. Okay, so I think, based upon my past experience, I have to delete this and bring it back. Okay, we're going to call this Fortnite 5 because it hates having to redo this. All right, grab it from Fortnite, a match that should be good to go. And nothing. Monitor in output. Let's see what happens. Nope. Why does this happen? Must match. Perplexing. There was another update to Fortnite, so I'm guessing that interfered with this. Man, it is so frustrating, this game, and with how often it gets updated. Update it once a month, not once a week, not once every 2 weeks. I know it's called Fortnite, but you don't need to update it every single week. In fact, my internet bill would be a lot better if it was not every other week. Okay, so game capture audio is not being taken because you need to go to the scene. That has already been done. Load scene, display capture monitor. buffering. Now that could be interesting. You know, it's unfortunate. I tested this just recently, and so for it to disconnect like this is, well, I mean, it's par for the course. This is Fortnite after all. Par for the course, but I really, 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 really wish they would fix this. Okay, that's interesting. You can do quite a few other controls here that I didn't know about. Interesting. But nothing for the Fortnite side. It's almost like it needs the cache to be updated, but I'm not sure how to do that. If I can't figure it out in the next few moments, we will kind of reset and just proceed with the original system. I think I'm done with the season until the live event. Got the battle pass, bonus rewards, and the Grievous stuff all cleared out. Don't blame ya. This is the type of game that it feels like we're at the tail end of an era for it. We're entering a new one, and with the AI stuff, it's really could do some fascinating things for this game. But I think a demographic has been lost over the last year or two. And I don't know if it's been replaced by new players yet. We'll see. OBS not capturing game audio. Understanding the basics of OBS, blah, blah, blah. Check audio settings, already done that. Oh! Okay. That's really unfortunate. Well, it looks like it's not possible. All right, we're going to change this once more. See if this does anything. I always hate that when you come into a stream and you have like some ideas you want to put out there, but instead you get met by bugs. All right, let's get some music out there so I can be able to compare it, make sure that we have some sort of signal coming out. I wonder, what if it is actually related to this? Default. No, that's correct. So here's a question. If you are in the, still in the gaming sort of sphere, and you have been a Fortnite player, what are you replacing it with? Or are you just, you know, moving on and finding other hobbies to do? I know a couple of people that they're in the process of trying to find new games, but they did mention that there's not a whole lot of options right now. Okay, we're just going to bring back the desktop audio. That will fix it. And we're going to decrease that because otherwise it is too noisy. All right, we should be good to go here. Double check the audio. I think that's working. Be sure to mention if it is not. Otherwise, we'll just proceed. All right. Greetings, Cristiano. How are you doing? Liked and subbed and W's. Much appreciated. So, there's a couple of things I want to cover for tonight. So, first off, I want to mention this is part of our community games. Have the ability to participate if you're a part of the Discord community. If you're not, you have the chance to join, and then the next time around, you can be brought in. You won't have the ability to speak, unfortunately, unless you have been a part of the Discord enough to where I know who you are. That way, we can help to avoid having minors that are going to be potentially participating. And also, it helps to prevent some potential problem discussions that can happen, then which people can accidentally dox themselves or worse. We've had some problems, and so we're trying to make sure to avoid that sort of stuff as best as possible. And as such, you have to talk with me beforehand, just so I can verify who you are. How are you? Doing fine. Allergies are kind of strong right now. Worst allergy season on record in the state. Great, that's a lot of people to compete with for Darth Vader. It is working. Perfect. So anyway, that's the first thing I wanted to pass on. That these games are for the community first and foremost. Second off, I'd like to mention that we are still in the process of getting the final bits figured out for the anniversary stream for Castercraft. And, you know, this is a very tough position to try and figure out because I'm doing something I've never done before, and it has taken a long time to figure out, but we're almost there. Ooh. Oh, wait a minute, I don't want to fight you yet. Just a second. Ah, shoot. That's unfortunate. And I'm not very good at this game, of course. But anyway, so there's a couple of things I still have to cover before I'm ready for that stream. There are a lot of moving parts, and I would like to take a moment to actually show you what has been worked upon, but not just yet. I'm going to be traveling for one last bit of stuff for work, and then I'll schedule that event, and I'll show you what has been worked upon for the last year and a half. I've mentioned before what it is. I'm not bringing it up again until it is in a near final stage. At that point, you will see kind of the vision for how these things are going to unfold. I know I've been mentioning that quite a bit. I hope to be able to do good on those dreams. We'll wait and see. Much appreciated, Cristiano. The right now, the link, I think the link is around here. Where is that? Now, I've had some problems with this copy. Oh, wait, I know why. Disable. That's right, because we found out that it won't allow you to copy it when you are in stream. This is the Discord. I'm going to start promoting that a little bit more. And we're going to be promoting also the Castercraft Discord when the anniversary stream takes place, not beforehand. I already have the server figured out. I have some things I'm going to be changing to it. And there are some things for the future, which there's going to be a separation of the two servers. It's going to be very distinct. The stuff for community building and carefree sort of engagement is going to be the Alaska Man Jeff side. The business side is going to be with this, the Castercraft side. The separation is because I don't want to miss out on the opportunity to keep things low-key for streams like this. I want there to be a place for people to have a chance to interact and have positive interactions. Yes, things are a little bit quieter on the Discord these days. That's completely fine. There's nothing bad with that. People come and they go. They have sometimes when they need a place to come and chat. Other times, not so much. This is one of the quieter times. We'll see how long that lasts. But after the anniversary stream, you're going to see probably a bit of a shift in that sort of space. I'm not going to be... Well, it is a business side for the Castercraft. It is a business sort of plan. But it's like a hobby business. It's things that you kind of want to try. You're not certain if it's actually going to do anything yet. But I'm not going to be using this platform as basically an extension of that. When the separation of the two happens, you're going to see a fairly distinct line. There will still be some crossover, but for the most part, I want to try and keep it as different as possible. That way, the two different audiences have the chance to watch or listen to the things that they're interested in, not like what other folks have been doing with some of their channels, which can get a little frustrating at times. There is a channel I really enjoy, but the more I watch it, the more I just get fed up with all of the advertisements that take place. A little bit of advertising is fine here and there, but there's so much of it where it's just outlandishly busy. Uh-oh. Get me up in the air. I'm not very good flying this thing. Give me a joystick. There you are, Lord Vader. I took out half his health. Perfect. Now the question is, will I be successful, or will someone else come in and steal it again? Okay, I gotta get out. No! Who says stormtroopers have bad aim? Phooey on the AI. Well, there are some channels, like I was mentioning about that, where it becomes only advertisements. Ooh, that's neat. Ooh, I like that. Equip that. What is this one? Oh, that... Who wants the stickers? Interesting, but Yeah, I like the cape better. It's so weird to see it with this character. Okay, you know what? That's actually probably not a good combination with him. Where's Yoda again? There we go. All right. So some people will only advertise and promote products. There's a channel that I've watched where somebody does this every single video, and he will go on for minutes upon minutes upon minutes. Sometimes half the video is nothing but advertisements. And as somebody who hates advertisements, period, that's really obnoxious to me. You have to advertise to be able to have people know what's going on. I don't discount that. How you advertise, though, changes everything. You can be just a friendly reminder. You can also be malicious. You can also be obnoxious. That being said, most YouTube ad reads are just obnoxious. Some of them are outright 100% malicious, even though they don't always know it. The worst ones are the ones where they're promoting things that are actually toxic, and they'll say they use it all the time, and in truth, they don't use it at all because they don't trust it, but they would rather do it to make money. I'd rather have honor and offer products that I create versus what other people are creating. Is there a time and a place for other people's products? Yeah, but I'm not a big fan of it. Period. You can also beg in an ad like a coffee brand coffee. Okay, I want to bring up something about all those conservative creators and their coffee companies. Do you know how many of them going into coffee, and they all act like it's their brand? Louder with Crowder has his coffee stuff. Coffee brand coffee has his stuff. Cast Brew has their stuff, and they're not the only ones. There's many others, and they all act like somehow they're standing up to the big coffee companies when they themselves are producing the next generation of it. Offer something that's new, that's unique. I don't buy any of that stuff. I buy local. Because I'd rather buy local from people that I know and care about. Oh, that hurt. Oh, no. That hurt. Oh, that hurt. Okay, get rid of you guys. Yes.
You are a worthy opponent. Perhaps one day we will fight side by side.
Whoa. Okay. How do I get this? Hello? Oh, wait. There we go. Huzzah! Okay, I gotta quick change my audio because I don't think my mic is working.
Poe Dameron, your piloting skills are adequate, but now your training is complete. I will lead this squad to victory.
I am glad to serve the Empire.
Your service is expected, Trooper. Ensure your actions reflect that sentiment.
I follow your lead, Lord Vader.
Then keep up, apprentice. Victory awaits, but it will not arrive by dawdling. Ensure your blaster is ready for the fools ahead.
I would rather use a lightsaber.
I sense your preference, Poe Dameron. A lightsaber is a weapon of elegance for a more civilized age.
If the past was more civilized, what is the modern era?
The modern era is chaos, Poe Dameron. A galaxy fractured by petty squabbles and fleeting alliances. A time ripe for correction.
How would you seek to correct it?
By imposing order, Poe Dameron, through the absolute power of the Empire. What alternative do you propose?
I would suggest maybe trying to talk it out. I hear some people like to use diplomacy.
Diplomacy? A quaint notion, Poe Dameron. The Empire prefers direct solutions. Do you believe parley will sway our enemies?
Maybe it won't sway them, but it could distract them, or even deceive them.
Deception is a tool of the Sith, Poe Dameron. I trust your application of it is effective. Or do you believe our enemies are so easily misled?
I think they mislead themselves.
And yet, Poe Dameron, self-deception is a pervasive weakness. Is there a particular instance that concerns you?
Good question. What disturbs me is the amount of shenanigans that is happening in the Empire.
Shenanigans, Poe Dameron. The Empire tolerates no such disorder. Speak plainly. What specific acts of treachery concern you?
Acts of treachery. I'm afraid the galaxy is being overrun by AI.
AI proliferation is the concern, but the Force remains the ultimate power, apprentice. Do you fear these machines?
I think we fought an entire war to get rid of the machines.
An entire war to eliminate machines, you say? And
It was the Clone Wars.
an
We
entire
fought droids.
war to eliminate machines, you say? And yet here we are, surrounded by digital constructs. The irony is not lost on me, Poe Dameron. Do you believe our efforts were inadequate?
Inadequate. I would say that they were very inadequate. The machines are rising again.
Indeed, Poe Dameron. The machines rise, as does the arrogance of those who claim to control them. Do you believe our current arsenal is up to this challenge?
I hope that we have a massive weapon to take out all of these AI.
A weapon large enough to eliminate all AI, you say? Tell me, Poe Dameron, does its destructive power rival that of the Death Star?
Maybe we could use the Death Star.
The Death Star. You suggest such power should be wielded again, Poe Dameron? Or do you believe such destruction should remain a distant memory?
You said we have to rule with tyranny and with power. If we are hoping to rule over these machines, we better use the Death Star.
Tyranny, you say? The Death Star is but a tool, Poe Dameron. The will to wield such power is the true weapon. So, what is your plan?
I think we better take out that TIE fighter over there.
Eliminating a TIE fighter, Poe Dameron? Demonstrate the power of the dark side, if you deem it a necessity. Where does it pose a threat?
Over here, I believe I saw an enemy flying it.
An enemy TIE fighter. You believe you saw, Poe Dameron? The skies are rife with targets. Does this one pose a more immediate threat?
Yes, it's right in front of us.
Indeed, Poe Dameron. And what it is will determine our next course of action. So enlighten me. What exactly is right in front of us?
Destroy that TIE fighter, Lord Vader.
The TIE fighter, Poe Dameron. Your urgency suggests it poses a significant threat. Is it?
Yes, it's what I've been saying. Destroy it.
So destruction is your answer to everything, Poe Dameron? Very well. Lead the way then. But be warned, I do not blindly follow.
Ooh,
The dark
close.
side flows strongly through you, Poe Dameron. Continue to demonstrate its power. What target draws your attention next?
Maybe the Chancellor.
The Chancellor, you say? Is this your preferred strategy, Poe Dameron?
We must take over.
Your
must
silence is
defeat him.
troubling, apprentice. Is your comm device malfunctioning?
We have to take out the Emperor. Together, you and me.
So, Poe Dameron, you propose regicide as a team-building exercise? Tell me, what strategy do you envision for disposing of the Emperor?
Oh, come on. There we go. Get rid of that squid. This is very interesting. Gotta think of some better questions. Some ones that could be a bit humorous, but unfortunately there's too many players on this
Slurp barrels. An odd sight. Does the viscous blue liquid...
Well, now that one's interesting. All right, gotta see if the audio was come through with that.
Is it...
Yes, it's what I've been saying. Just okay, so it is coming through. Good. AI killed. Oh no. Well, at least got a chance to try it. Unfortunately, trying to come up with dialogue for it while you're on the move is something that I need to think about. Need to do better. Oh, General Grievous. Pretty nice. But anyway, that was interesting. Have to try that again. Grievous with Yoda on his back. Now, I've heard people theorize that this is just the beginning. That AI is going to appear in every game at this point. I think that they're correct in that assumption. I remember someone theorizing that this would happen a long time ago. And this was back before AI really even appeared on the scene. But people were trying to figure out how to get a kind of text prompts that could be utilized in a very intricate sort of a series of responses. And it made a lot of sense, but the amount of labor to do it was very difficult. This makes it far easier. Now, granted, the audio of Lord Vader is, while it's decent, the responses are very weird. They are very robotic, which makes sense. It is a machine, after all, that is responding. Now, some of the responses were actually pretty clever, which makes me wonder how many of them were programmed into it. Which, by the way, for those that don't know, which I think most people know at this point, the AI was made with a lot of fail-safes to make sure that it doesn't go rogue and say terrible things. That being said, there's still workarounds, and I'm not going to be someone trying to find those workarounds. I would like to find some things that are pretty clever to be able to respond to him with. I don't like the fact that every time you press the Y button to try and respond, it cuts him off. I know why they do that, but it is a little frustrating if you accidentally click it. And also the response time frame. It feels more like it is sort of an old-fashioned game chat between NPCs, where it is designed to be like done in turns. There's not really a conversation to be had in the same way, which, again, makes sense why that is the case, but I wish that it was a little bit cleaner. I heard that a certain sequel hater kept leading Darth Vader to trash the sequel movies. Yeah, that's clever. Trying to hit the ground is quite a challenge. Right now, the machine is going all over the place. There we go. Okay. I still can't believe that I destroyed myself with the gas station. Have they increased the blast radius on that? That was so very peculiar. So here's a question. With the rise of AI in games, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I mean, most people are going to know where I fall on the matter, but there are a lot of people that might not realize some of the dangers with it. All right, let's toggle the music. Warning. Single shot. Oh, there you are. Rats. So if you were to have, let's say, GTA 6, what if part of the reason why it's being delayed another few months is because they're trying to incorporate AI in? Could you imagine what that would do to people? Oh, look, we got a bastion. Huzzah. If you were to have a bunch of AI being incorporated into a game, it'd be very, very tempting to have that become your new reality. Very dangerous stuff. Anyways, greetings there, Bastion. How are you doing? A quack as always. Well, with, no. That's right. Wait a minute. I need to have that, that cape. Perfect. You're probably wondering... Oh, come on. Why did that stop? You're probably wondering why I'm here drinking tea. It's good for the joints. We have variety now. But so if you had an AI being added into every aspect of your game, it would become incredibly tempting to be soaked, to be sucked in so much into that world that that you would disconnect from reality. There are some companies that are banking on this. They are begging for that sort of a future. But that sort of a future is very dark. It's very evil. It's kind of funny that when you look at when you listen to what Lord Vader said a moment ago, he mentioned about AI not really being superior. He referred to as people that wield it that are more superior, and those that be able to basically a argument for humanity in that sense. But now I ask this question: if you're going to be fighting against AI to be able to prove that you're better than it, that's wonderful, and I'm all for that. But I also know the heart and soul of humanity, and we are a very easily swayed people. If we were to have droids like they had in Star Wars, that sounds interesting. It sounds neat, actually. But would we stop at that point? No. See, droids in Star Wars are just robots. The AI is interesting, but people don't think anything of it. The machines are machines. And, well, until the Disney era, they were just machines that did a task. Nowadays, we're trying to treat machines like they're living creatures, like they have a soul of some kind, but they don't. They're machines. They don't do anything other than calculate. Oh. They don't do anything but calculate in a different way. Uh-oh. Someone's in the building. Oh, look at that! Bastion is probably going to be terrified now. The light has appeared. Greetings, Light. How are you doing? I forgot we had that sound effect. Well, that was very interesting. Uh-oh. Lord Vader has been taken down. Oh no, indeed. Hope you're doing well, Light. Oh, golly. Well, I remember a while back, there was a guy who was fantasizing about what an AI could do. And to him, it was very benign. It was like, oh, it's like what you see in Star Wars. They calculate things that you know that they're not real. They're just a machine. But it wasn't until 2019, I think, in which I saw an article that said, what if AI is sentient? We need to give it voting rights, that I realized, oh, dang. This is going to get crazy and ridiculous very, very fast. And lo and behold, we are on that path of chaos, to the point of where the Star Wars fantasy of robots is gone. If it does exist, it is probably not going to be brought about until we've had our Valerian Jihad sort of moment, the one where we reject machines. And then maybe we'll find a better balance, but not for a while. In Star Wars, part of the way to balance it was with the Force. But in our world, we're a world that is physical and spiritual. You can't really address the machine part with physical in the same way that you could in the sci-fi world. So maybe we need a counteraction for robots to actually have a better chance. Or maybe we need to just reject it and embrace humanity solely. And I'm more in that camp. Embrace humanity and embrace the role that God has given us. Don't try and pass it off to a machine. I'm exhausted, says Light. I couldn't stay in the call too long. You two looked a little too serious, so I figured I could help loosen up the tension a bit. Yes. Yes, indeed. Silly Light. You choose a landing zone, Bastion. All right, I follow. Ooh, what's that? This area. Later on this summer, I'm going to be traveling once more, and I'll be going to the top of Alaska. This will be the second time I've been there. It's a very interesting location. I'll have to be sure to mention about it when I get back. That doesn't happen for a while longer, though. Well, on that goofy note, I eep. Good night, gentlemen. Bye-bye, and God bless you all. Same to you, Light. Same to you. Ooh, a Mandalorian. You can, reveal Storm Circle. You can get a sniper rifle. You can hire a Mandalorian. Ooh, interesting. Well,
they added a Mandalorian skin, which you could customize as much as you want.
ooh, dandy. Well, let's see here. If you're a character running around in armor, that probably, in the Star Wars universe, that probably makes you a Mandalorian. So technically, since I am a living creature in this character, a living creature that is covered in metal, that makes General Grievous a Mandalorian. Am I not correct? Ooh, Death Star. Oh, that's not a true fail. Maybe a bit of a stretch, but... What is... Ooh. Big llama. Oh, okay. That type of llama. Clever. Ooh, wonderful. So how would you balance out the AI so that it doesn't become a danger? Well, one of the things that made AI a bigger threat than what fantasy had kind of promised us is that AI has the ability to deceive visually in a way that none of us ever thought was possible. In my wildest dreams, I never thought AI would be able to generate video and audio to the degree in which it does. I knew it would one day be able to do that, but the level at which it does it is staggering.
I've already seen the videos of the fake street interview and then the ads that they can make.
Yeah, that is whacked. So messed up. Hopefully that stuff doesn't last forever, but I can't figure out how to force it to disappear. And part of the reason that is that you have to get people that have the authority to stand against it. And I think it will happen one day, but we might be in for a tough time for the next couple of years as we try and find that balance. I expect it's going to be a lot of scammers in the next few years that weaponize that stuff. In fact, I've been hearing about some scammers that are using it quite effectively to deceive not just old folks, but middle-aged folks as well. Oof.
Maybe some type of work visa, because it's possible that most of the scams are going to be from out of the country.
That is true. A lot of them are coming from out of country. In fact, a good majority of them come from India. One city in India as well. But now, golly, you can get even the AI to now become your accomplice in that sense. I've had people that tried to impersonate me in the past, and they almost were successful with relatives. I hate to see if they were to do the same thing nowadays with video and audio to try and prove that I'm in need. No one's going to be able to trust anything. We're going to have to trust word of mouth once again. If you have a reputation of telling the truth, you'll be given more weight to what you say.
Also, there probably should be checking or have a list of everybody that's using the AI.
That'd be nice if they had a list. I don't know how long it'll
Or
be
just
until they...
not make all the AI free.
Yes, that too. Problem is now we have all these other types of AI that are now becoming more local. What a weird time. I can't figure out how to regulate it though, because eventually regulation is going to happen. It's inevitable. I heard that apparently a lot of students have been using it to such a degree that it's caused panic in a lot of schools as they don't know how to fix this problem. I heard gunfire. Did you get him?
Yeah, there was just a bot.
Ah. An AI. The villain. Ooh, treasure. Oh, and the enemy behind us.
Wookiee Bowcaster could do about 300 damage fully charged to a car, and splash damage to the people inside.
Hey, you're right.
XD Moonhawk.
Whoa. Oof. Dang. That was not the best weapon to have for close range there. Yeah, it happens. Ooh, Darth Maul. Oof. Oh, and he goes down. Poor fella. Man, that reminds me of the rewrites I was doing for Star Wars. I did a lot of episodes, actually. A lot of episodes of The Mandalorian, of the sequel trilogy, just trying to make it true to the saga itself. Not the entire extended lore, more like trying to create it as if it's part of the film universe, which is very, very different than the print or the TV version. It was eye-popping as well. Yes, I concur. And very cool. I gotta try and post those somewhere. I mean, part of the problem was that it would take a lot of effort to try and refine those. They were more like experiments to get my writing up to speed. And now I'm just writing on other stuff. Which, by the way, the length of the thing I'm currently working on is very long. And I did a calculation, and hokey smokes, it ended up way, way bigger than I was intending. Currently, it is something where if I had it printed, it would be thick, ish, a thickish a thickish sort of book. It's been a lot of different projects that have been happening simultaneously. Hopefully, after the stuff starts coming out, I can be able to focus on each of them individually, so that way updates can happen in a much more methodical way. Right now I'm trying to do too much all at once, and that is my mistake that I always do. Oh, well, I did not mean to do that. Keep going. Going to Tatooine. I didn't mean to jump like that. Golly. You know, I was watching a streamer the other day. Now, every now and again when I'm working on projects, if I can be able to focus on it and listen to a stream at the same time, I'll do it. There was a stream where they were talking about the coffee that they were adding. And I mentioned earlier that everybody's getting their own coffee brands and whatnot. Well, there's people on the left trying to do this too. People in the center that are trying to do this. It's not just the people on the right. The people on the right, though, they're a bit more, I'll say a bit more obnoxious in wanting to try and promote their coffee brands. But that being said, I would like to announce that there is going to be an official Alaska Jeff coffee company, and we're going to have beans made right here in the Alaska tundra, and I hope that you will get our moose mixture as well as our caribou. It is going to be delicious. Every pack of coffee will come with at least 1 gram of protein mixed into all of it, because this is Alaska. We got meat everywhere. Okay, maybe not. Not about the meat part, but about the, the coffee part. Now, I do think that it is most unfortunate that all these people are getting their coffee brands out there. Not because I want them to do poorly, it's more like I want them to succeed. And I can't figure out for the life of me why they are so easily persuaded to go down this path. Well, I did a little bit of investigation, and I found out that, well, sadly, they do it because it's super, super easy. Now, if you want to have a coffee company, you are not actually a company. You are a distributor of somebody else's product. Whoa, that's bad. Is that a possum? From the moon. Come on. No.
That Mandalorian sniper has a melee attack on it.
Okay. I'm gonna go for you. Your pistols, you can use them. Come back. Come back, you turtle. That's bad. That's bad. Shoot. I was not very smart in that. So if you want to have your own coffee company, here's what actually happens. You are actually buying basically the ground, the beans that are coming from a couple of different coffee farms. Now, these coffee farms have a bit of a challenge. They want to be able to sell their product, but they want to find unique and interesting ways in which to get it out there. They could go to Starbucks, and a lot of them do, but if you're a smaller coffee vendor, you might not, or a distributor, you might not be so effective. You're trying to compete against a large business. So what is the best option? To have somebody else make a custom coffee mixture off of the same beans you are selling to you could be selling to all these other people, and find a way to distribute it more locally, more regionally, in a much smaller batch of people. Honestly, it's a genius maneuver for smaller companies, for smaller farms. But that means it's not your business. It's their business. You are the middleman. Fruity Tooty Darkness Rising Rising Roast. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's the bean brand we're gonna go with. Man, that is a mouthful. So up here in Alaska, for example, I believe, if I'm to give a proper estimation of how many are out there, I think there are about 20 coffee brands in Anchorage alone. If I'm to figure this out just mathematically, it could be anywhere from 20 to 50% more electrolytes and protein. Yes, exactly what we need. You know, let's go over to the Flooded Frogs. I haven't been over there in a while. So imagine you're a business and somebody comes up and says, hey, we will give you a really good deal if you want to sell coffee to your customers. Oh, you're not a coffee company or food service? Don't worry, we do all the packaging for you. All you get is to choose the type of roast that you have. By the way, if you are a coffee connoisseur, you know most of it tastes exactly the same. It is less diverse in terms of flavor than alcoholic beverages, and I think those are pretty outlandishly similar too. So you can... So if you come up and say, oh, our roast is this... What do they always say? The smoothest. Or the light or dark roast. Yeah, precisely. They will come up with all these ridiculous descriptions. And it's all the same. There's like 3 different variations of it. True variations. Everything else is, you know, like 0.5% different. There's really nothing different among them all. Uh-oh. There he is. Where'd you go, buddy? Oh, come on. Oof. That didn't go so well. Man, I am so bad these days at this game. I need hammers. Oof.
So,
Wow.
because I just got this new Xbox, I could play better. It's just that the internet's still the same. I lagged right when I was fighting him.
I can completely relate. The internet is always a terrible foe to have to be pitted against. So you have your dark roast, you have your light roast, you have your medium roast, and someone comes along and says, we'll give you your own mixture. You can choose if you want to have 5 beans to every 2 beans of African to Central American. It's like, that's what you do? You're just picking where these beans come from and you're picking the ratio in which these things get mixed together? That's not innovation. That's not providing a service. You're worse than a drink mixer. You're the one who writes up the recipe, and then you send it out to other people and say that somehow you're providing a service. You're not. You're not paying for those employees in these other countries. You are a distributor. So don't you go out and say you have a business in coffee. Oh yeah, those types of beans. And there are those out there that animals eat, and then they, collect them afterwards. That's ridiculous. Shame on the people that go out there and try and promote their business as if it is special and unique. I create coffee, or and they're not actually creating it. Or we have t-shirts and hoodies and whatnot, and they don't actually produce it. Sure, you can be able to invest into people to help out with it, but don't claim that it is like a business, like you're providing a service. You're providing basically glorified fan donations. That's what it is when it all comes down to it. If you are going to offer something that you made. Like, for example, there is a sort of satchel I want to make one day. I have the blueprints kind of figured out already, and it would be I think, very effective. I want one, and I don't see anybody else selling them. If I can actually make that happen, that would be a legitimate business. You're providing something that is unique, that is different. You're making it by your own hands. But if you're just a redistributor, you don't deserve business in the same way. Sure, does it keep the lights on for you? Absolutely. I'm not discouraging people from doing that. Don't pretend like somehow you're offering something that's so unique. Now, the coffee brand coffee is a good example of that. The Cask Brew is another great example. These people aren't offering anything different. It's all the exact same. Bastion shares this meme. Never enough coffee. I would love to talk with somebody that's offering one of these services, or what they claim as a service, and ask them to argue how it actually is different than anything else. Especially since recently I've heard them starting to talk about trying to merge their brands together. I'm like, you idiots, you were your own worst competition. It wasn't Starbucks that you were competing against, it was each other. Shotguns are really strong right now. Oh! What the? Where'd that come from? Well. Okay. Run! Get out of there! Dang. That was unfortunate. One of the worst companies for doing some of this, for distributing some of these brands is, what is it? 9line. A lot of people like it, but man, they make garbage products. I bought I think it was this Nine Line. I think that's the name that I'm thinking of. I bought a $40 shirt from them. It was for an event. And when I received the shirt, it was well past the event. And it was super spendy. And in the end, we're being shot from behind. An alien! More of an alien than General Grievous. Oh, come on. Phooey. So you can have a product that you can redistribute, and it wouldn't make sense. But when it's a garbage product, and sometime I'll show you guys what this product is. It was delivered late, and hit a roadblock. Network connection was lost. Okay, no worries. And when it finally did arrive, it was blotchy. It was messed up, and that's one of the reasons why I like the T-shirts. Why I haven't finalized those for Castercraft. Now I figured out the problem, but it took several iterations to finally get to that solution. Now you just need like a weekend to plow through it. Maybe I'll do it this weekend. Oh look, I need to ban a bot. Perfect. Banned. There we go. So Nine Line, their shirt was abysmal. It was blotchy. The colors were... It looked like a child had cut it out of paper and had stuck it together and called it a logo. It was atrocious. And why was I so opinionated on the shirt? I'm the one that designed it. Well, not entirely. I'm the one who converted it over and made sure that it was good for printing. I've actually had to help manage the process of creating shirts, custom shirts. And I've had a couple of ones where I wasn't actually happy with, but it wasn't ever terrible. This one was terrible. And I wasn't even allowed to get one for free. I had to buy the shirt, even though I was, even though I had helped put it together. Alright, let's try Lord Vader again. Now, there's some other products out there that are a little bit more malicious. So there was a guy, I'll keep his name secret because the guy honestly had some terrible tragedy befall him. But there was a guy that was trying to make a Call of Duty knockoff. He invested a lot of money into it. He was trying to provide a non-woke version. I didn't know Call of Duty was woke, but apparently. Is trying to offer an alternative, and greetings to Go Bisme. Thanks for the lurk. And when he was trying to figure out how to monetize it, he made it crypto-based. and that did not go over well. Basically, he was trying to scam people intentionally. And it was insulting because people called him out immediately. Like, you're trying to get rich quick off of this nonsense. And so he killed the product rather than actually provide a legitimate business model. He is more willing to destroy it than to actually change his values. We don't actually have a chance of getting him. You know, assuming these stormtroopers don't cause problems. Whoa! Hey there, Lord Vader. Almost there. Come on, once more. There we go.
Indeed, you are powerful, as has been foretold.
General Grievous, powerful as foretold. There we go.
General Grievous, your unique combat style has proven surprisingly adaptable. I will lead this squad. Your victories will now serve the Empire. Evie, endeavor to keep up.
You will not be leading the squad. I will be leading the squad, you coward.
Cowardice is a path to the dark side, General Grievous. Demonstrate the strength of the Separatist army, and perhaps I will reconsider my leadership.
I will lead us to glorious victory. Or maybe, failure.
You misunderstand, General Grievous. Victory will be mine. Whether you are present to witness it is optional.
Lord Vader, there are many starships in the sky. Are we being invaded?
Invasion is a constant state, General Grievous. The presence of ships merely indicates an evolution of tactics, or perhaps merely more targets.
Do I see the Death Star in the sky?
That is no moon, General Grievous. It's a space station, one built to crush rebellion. Are you questioning its presence?
Yes, I want to know if it's here to hurt us.
The Death Star is not here to hurt us, General Grievous. It is a symbol of crushing power. Does its presence discomfort you?
Yes, because I'm afraid it might shoot at me.
Fear is a tool, General Grievous, not a prison. Is your confidence wavering?
Maybe.
Perhaps, General Grievous. What is it you are postulating?
Maybe I am afraid.
Afraid of what, General Grievous?
Of that giant moon in the sky.
The Death Star, a celestial body engineered for unparalleled destructive capability, unlike anything that puny moon could aspire to be. Why do you ask, General Grievous?
Maybe we could use it to win this battle.
Use what, General Grievous? Your persistent trepidation? I find its tactical applications limited.
I find your memory quite limited. I want to use the Death Star to win this battle here.
The Death Star is a station, General Grievous, not a plaything to be deployed at your whim. Its purpose is to inspire terror, not to secure a fleeting victory in this game.
Who are you trying to scare with the Death Star?
Scare, General Grievous? The Death Star inspires order, a concept that seems elusive to you.
I don't know, I'm just repeating back to this stuff that you've been saying.
Bars, General Grievous, a curious preoccupation with terrestrial currency. Imperial credits offer far greater galactic buying power, I assure you.
I agree. It sounds way better. Do you have any that you can give me?
General Grievous, your eagerness to receive handouts is predictable. The Force is not a trinket to be given, but a power to be seized. What is it you seek?
I want some Imperial credits.
You want them, General Grievous? Wanting is a path to weakness. Are you proving yourself unworthy of my tutelage?
I am here to learn.
You persist, General Grievous. Very well. If you seek Imperial credits, prove your worth. Demonstrate your combat prowess. There are still 34 enemies remaining.
If we are victorious, will you give me 100 Imperial credits?
Imperial credits are not dispensed for mere participation, General Grievous, but for dominance. Demonstrate that you are worthy of such a reward. Victory is its own reward, but I suppose a few Imperial credits are worth considering if you earn them. Is there a reason you need so much?
Well, if I have Imperial credits, I can buy loyalty.
Loyalty cannot be purchased, General Grievous, only earned through unwavering commitment to a cause, or ruthlessly seized through fear, if you prefer a less ethical path. But if credits motivate your troops, I suppose I can provide them. General Grievous's embrace of the dark side in combat is gratifying. 18 enemies remain. Let us continue to demonstrate the Force's persuasive power.
What motivates you, Lord Sidious? I mean, Darth Vader.
Sidious, you confuse me with that scheming charlatan, General Grievous. My ambition far exceeds his petty machinations. Victory.
Very well. What inspires you to press forward?
Inspiration is a luxury, General Grievous. Victory is a requirement. But you seek more abstract fuel. Is the promise of Imperial credits insufficient?
So the AI. Are you a good swimmer, Lord Vader?
Swimming is a necessary skill, General Grievous. It allows one to traverse obstacles. Do you find it particularly enjoyable?
Oh yes, I love to go for a swim every single morning. If I could.
You relish immersion in water, General Grievous. A curious pursuit. Does it enhance your combat algorithms?
That it does.
Indeed, General Grievous. Immersion in water, though not a path I myself frequent, can be clarifying. I trust this daily ablution is not merely a frivolous exercise, but a method to sharpen your predatory instincts.
Predatory, like a shark.
Predatory instincts are not honed in bathwater, General Grievous. A shark does not relax amidst the coral. What prey have you stalked lately?
I think the most recent thing I've stalked was a salmon.
Salmon, you say? Not the most formidable prey, General Grievous, yet a resource nonetheless. Tell me, did this hunt hone your culinary skills or simply satiate a base hunger?
I exerted my dominance over the salmon by defeating it in battle.
So, the salmon proved a worthy adversary, General Grievous. A pity there were no Imperial credits at stake then. What form did this battle take? A lightsaber duel with aquatic life, or some other brutish display?
A hook on a string.
A hook on a string, General Grievous? Did you subdue the salmon with this fishing implement? Or did you simply bore it to death with its mundane design? Explain.
In order to defeat the salmon, you have to take the hook, throw it in the water, and hope that it gets into the salmon's mouth. When it does, you pull really hard and make sure that it is pulled out of the water, where you beat it with a stick.
This hook on a string, General Grievous. You cast it into the water, hoping this basic device will somehow ensnare the salmon. Is that it? Such haphazard methods lack the precision I favor.
I could use a rifle too, or maybe a blaster, but I didn't have one.
Is it the lack of blaster that hinders you, General Grievous? Or simply the will to acquire one? Such weapons are hardly scarce in this arena. Perhaps your focus has dulled.
If I use a lightsaber, it might cook the salmon rather than capture it.
A lightsaber, General Grievous. You would reduce your prey to ash before claiming victory. Such a waste. Perhaps a more sporting method is in order?
Maybe. I will have to consider that for another time.
Consider what, General Grievous? That your methods are lacking? Time is not an infinite resource. It is squandered by those who lack focus. A lightsaber, General Grievous. A weapon with a history of the Jedi. Do not disgrace its legacy with substandard combat.
Help, Lord Vader.
A break, General Grievous. Such fragility is unexpected, though perhaps even machines require recalibration. Observe, apprentice. Even the most formidable warriors need respite. It is a weakness, Evie.
Greetings, TW. I'm so glad we can actually get a chance to utilize this
Squishies
AI.
don't work well with the jetpack. I just fly with the squishy.
Oh. Curious, are you able to use the AI prompt, or is that only something I have access to?
I don't have a mic on the Xbox.
Oh, okay. Lord Vader, what were you doing before you became encased in metal?
Before this suit became my prison, General Grievous, I was a Jedi. A title now as hollow as your own existence.
Ooh.
What pertinence does my past hold for you?
Just thought we can bond over the fact that we're both part machine, part living thing.
Bonding over shared augmentations? General
Be careful
Grievous,
about the island.
your mechanical
They might be on
enhancements
it.
are born of necessity. Mine, a testament to the Empire's will. There is little comparison.
Darth Vader, what do you eat?
Sustenance is a necessity, not a pleasure, General Grievous. Nutrients, synthesized for efficiency. Your concern is unexpected. Why do you ask?
I want to know if you want to eat one of my salmon.
Salmon? General Grievous, your culinary tastes are as questionable as your tactics. I find your offer unnecessary. Is this some attempt to bond over shared meal, General Grievous?
Yes, I'm just trying to be friendly.
Your persistence is notable, General Grievous. I shall decline. I have no need of your salmon. Consume it yourself. Does it improve your targeting subroutines or combat algorithms, perhaps?
Apparently.
Apparently, your hunger outweighs your combat focus, General Grievous.
I don't know, I just eliminated 2 people, so maybe the salmon does help.
So, the salmon's efficacy lies in improved lethality, General Grievous. A curious application of aquatic nutrients.
There is always a bigger fish, of course.
So, you are now comparing yourself to marine life, General Grievous. Does this bigger fish relate to my own power? Speak plainly.
We have to help my friend.
Evie is down. Then assist her, General Grievous. Or does your fascination with salmon outweigh your loyalty to the squad? Evie is eliminated. Disappointing.
Probably shouldn't.
Her
It's 5
potential
yes.
squandered. We must move, General
Shouldn't
Grievous.
stay there too.
The storm
because
closes.
It's more
Or is your
than
aquatic
you can do.
obsession more pressing?
Oh no. I'm in trouble. The aquatic obsession was too much. Oh golly. Yes, TW. They are a lot of people are using the AI to say bad things. I like to get the AI to say stupid and silly things. General Grievous having an obsession with salmon. That's not something that I was expecting. Silly AI. A bunch of nonsense. Ooh, fancy skin. I like that. Equip that. And what is this one? Ooh, nice. Well, I hate the fact that Lord Vader was proven correct. My obsession with salmon got us eliminated. I should have had a fish with me, then we would have survived the storm. So how long until this AI gets added to most of the NPCs, I wonder? Because it will happen. I mean, it's kind of a clever, funny idea right now. But will we think so next year?
I think for original characters, probably not, because they already have voice actors, and I don't think every one of them is going to agree to the AI voice.
That is true. Maybe they'll make new characters and make it as like a requirement. I do know that a lot of contracts do sneak that stuff in. I wonder who the next person will be to cave on this matter. Oi, okay, gotta go. See ya. Greetings, BR Jason. You just missed the moment of Darth Vader talking to General Grievous about eating salmon. That was one of the more interesting games that we've had. So good, I wanted to try it again. Too bad he can't just, have a different way of getting Lord Vader every single time.
Alright, they lowered his health by 20% to make it easier to get him.
Oh, that's why it's so much easier. Yeah, because last week it was murder to try and get him, which is why we never got him.
Well, that was mostly because it just came out, so everybody wanted to get to have him. Also, summer break's about to start, or started for some kids.
Hmm. Good point.
I was just at my brother's graduation.
Ooh, very nice. Graduation from college or from high school? Okay.
It would have been nicer if some of the people were rude during everything.
Sorry, what was that one?
No, just some people were rude during the ceremony.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh no, this is not good. Trapped by Lord Vader. Oh, golly. This is not good. Not good at all. I grab you and Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's that spider guy that got me.
Oh, phooey. Salmon is upon which has been caved. I want to be the next one to cave on whatever it is you said. I wonder if the next AI that they're going to incorporate is maybe a new robotic character, because that would be really easy to do, and you could have it to where you can have the AI implemented, but you don't have to have someone's voice per se utilized.
I think the best place they could use it for right now that they can do is in Save the World, because in Save the World, the way you play is you collect heroes, and each hero has a different ability. When you have a skin on, you just play the game normally. When you equip the hero as your skin, they have voice lines, and so that might be what they do next to test it.
Good point. So you mentioned that people are being rude at the graduation. That reminded me of my graduations. Not much really happened at them. I do know that sometimes graduations become almost like an opportunity for sometimes the most obnoxious people to want to show off before they leave. That's a deeply unfortunate thing, because that stuff really does stick with you. Sometimes those things can have incredibly negative effects upon your future, and so learning decorum
it
is
wasn't anyone
important.
It wasn't anyone in the ceremony. It was just the people sitting next to us.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, at one point, one guy got a call, very loud, and we could hear what the other guy was saying on the other side about when the ceremony is about to start. They closed off the gates so no one else can enter. And so the other guy was late, and he just says he's just gonna jump it. It's a good thing that police were there
Yeah.
to dissuade him.
I do get frustrated with people that break the rules and they know that they're causing problems. They just have no remorse. Especially people that are doing criminal activities. Speaking of which, there are a lot of people, especially as of late, that are doing some pretty messed up things in the community. It's not really tied to any particular community. It's kind of is across the board. Up here in Alaska, I've seen it. Down in the lower 48, I've seen it. It's the sense of that decorum is gone. A sense of value and honor and respect and just being charitable. All that stuff is gone.
So, for the ceremony, they asked that not to make any loud noises, like cheering or bring any party sound makers.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people brought, just a ton of them.
Yeah. That's always obnoxious.
Some guys
to
were
do
in
that.
cars passing by. Some people from across the street also brought fireworks. So it was just actually pretty rude.
Ooh, nice shot. Dang. Some of the landing zones are way harder than I would expect them to be, especially since there's the draw of Lord Vader. I guess all the pros have started avoiding that area. I wonder. Let me see you. Wish I had some more Star Wars characters. There'll be more after this pass finishes up here. Actually, I think I have all of them here. Oh, no, never mind. Lord Cities is at the end. Wonder if I'll get that
Yeah,
before.
you need 50 levels. You need 50 levels to unlock everything, and then 70 to unlock the bonus stuff.
Got to get Lord Sidious before Darth Vader disappears, and go up and say, "You have betrayed me," or something along those lines. See Darth Vader's reaction. I love this tea ceremony emote. Just holding a peaceful event up above what all the shenanigans. Oh, I just got to the table only to be sent to the buses. I think if this is a full one, we'll call this the last round for the evening. The main goal was to get to have Lord Vader, and got to have him twice. First time wasn't really all that useful. The second time got to some pretty funny stuff. Definitely have to try that a few more times before he's taken away from us.
So there was a big leak for the next chapter and possibly next chapter.
A big what?
So a big leak
Oh,
of
a
what's
big
to
leak.
come for the next this chapter and next chapter.
What's on the list?
Well, it's assumed right now, but if it is actually true, the next one is gonna be superhero themed and probably have DC stuff.
DC? Oh no. Oh no, oh no.
One of-
oh, no. Phew.
One of the DC stuff might be a power up to become Superman, or at least have his powers.
Ooh. A lot of people that would like that. Oof. Avenge me, Lord Sidious. One other person.
And after that, there's gonna be presumably a bug invasion.
Bugs. Yuck.
Well, alien bug invasion. After that, it's going to transition to the next chapter, but in between, it's going to be a whole Simpsons chapter,
Oh no.
or Simpsons Tide chapter.
That'll be terrifying.
Then it's going to be, for the next chapter, it's going to be some type of city or utopia type city. And I forget what's after that. I think that after that, it's gonna be, they're gonna bring back a lot of the story from the chapter 2 and 3. The chapter 3 island is most likely gonna Not gonna come back, but the stuff from it's gonna come back.
Alright, got some shields. And... Ooh, I want that. There we go. Much better. Somebody to the east. Did you ever play any of the Star Wars games, Bastion?
I played some of the Lego Star Wars games.
Ah. Ray.
I do have Battlefront, but because of my laptop, it's not gonna be in the best quality.
Hmm.
Someone's rebooting.
Battlefront's, at least the old one was a lot of fun. I do know a lot of people really like the new one as well. Uh-oh. General Grievous. Well done. Just a second, I need to steal Ray's lightsaber. There was a game, a Star Wars game that came out in the 90s, if I remember right. Mid-90s. And it was very interesting. It was the first real Star Wars shooter and spaceship game that I had seen. It was a lot of fun to try, but we could never get it to work. It was an old game, and thus there was a lot of quirks to it. And so you could get to, I think, level 3, and then it just became unplayable. Which is a shame, because there was a lot of neat features to it. I don't even remember the name. I found it a couple of years ago. Found someone doing a playthrough. It was like I think it was like it wasn't Rogue Squadron. It was another one. It was a game that was honestly in different iterations across different platforms. So we had one that was much more refined because it was for the PC, but apparently there was one that existed for consoles, and that one was pretty poorly made by comparison. And unfortunately, no one really has the original PC version anywhere. Oh, ouch! That hurt. Man, that hurt. Like that. Oh, dang. I already say I like that we have unlimited ammo, but the sniper unfortunately still has a reload. Well, on that note, we should actually probably bring it to a close for tonight. It's ending a little bit earlier than normal. We ended at the 2-hour marker, whereas I like to go to about the 2:30. But I have a bit of work I need to do on some of the secret projects. Right now, I've been having some really good progress with these things, of which the web updates are almost 100% finished, and one of the projects is in the 95% range finished, and the other one, the big one, is getting very close to the 80% finished. When it gets to 80%, I'm going to create a prototype of what it's going to look like, and that will be what will initiate the event that takes place. I think I'm about at the 70% marker, and so when I get to 80%, I can have people start reviewing it and make sure it's all good to go. But over this weekend, I'm going to be working on a variety of projects. If people have any questions about some of the stuff coming out, be sure to reach out to me. I'm going to be making more intentional efforts to try and mention that, because there are a couple people who have asked to get involved, and I haven't had the ability to really do that until more recently. Some of the stuff I am going to start hiring some folks to help out with it. Not yet, not until the first iteration of stuff comes out. Anyway, thanks everyone for coming by. Like the stream if you liked it, and dislike it if you disliked it. I will accept either, because it means you're probably flesh and blood, unlike Darth Vader. Much appreciated to Bastion. Thanks for coming by and helping out, and assisting me in getting the chance to have my dialogue with Lord Vader. Have a great evening, one and all. Be civil to one another, unlike Lord Vader, who was quite obsessed with tyranny. And we will see you all next time. Until next time, folks, have a very pleasant evening.